Hello guys, welcome to Study IQ. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic regarding United States politics. We all know that during the 4-year term, Donald Trump was impeached twice. First in 2019, later on in 2021, the impeachment proceeding did begin. So in this video, we will talk about what exactly happened in the second impeachment trial. And as expected, he was impeached by the House of Representatives, but he was not convicted by the Senate. This was very much expected. We'll talk about it why. Also, at the end of the discussion, we will talk about some of the questions that have been left unanswered after Trump's trial. For instance, the questions regarding misconduct or trial of president at the end of their tenure. So let us begin the discussion. But before that, I am your friend Rahul Saigaonkar. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on the ID Rahul Sai 222. If you have any queries, if you have any doubts, if you want to connect with me, you can directly message me on Instagram. Now, apart from that, we have brought a smart course for those who are preparing for UPSC 2021. So it's a good news for all those aspirants. For more information, please download the app from Google Play Store and don't forget to subscribe our channel Study IQ. Right, let's first talk about the news. We all know that this was kind of expected, where the United States Senate, it did fail to convict Trump. So it eventually acquitted Trump. So Republicans, they save Trump from impeachment again. So here we'll talk about why this is written again, because we'll talk about the background also. So the impeachment trial is over. The Senate failed to convict, but as I mentioned, they have left some unresolved questions. Let's talk about that. But before that, let's talk about the background, what exactly happened with Trump during his 4-year term. Now, this was not the first time Trump was being impeached. Way back in 2019, Democratic-led House of Representatives, they initiated the impeachment proceedings over Donald Trump. And at that time, the case was with respect to the dealings with Ukraine regarding his political rival, Joe Biden. Ultimately, the impeachment did happen in the House of Representatives, but again, he was acquitted in the Republican-led Senate. So we'll understand the entire process. Then it will be more clear for you why exactly this happened. So please note that no US president has ever been impeached twice in the history of United States politics. Second time around, Trump was again accused at the end of his tenure. So that is why this makes it very interesting. So imagine that I am the president of the United States and my term is getting over within, say, 1 month. And I have been charged for misdemeanor, misconduct, or some sort of criminal charges. So my presidency is going to get over in 1 month, but the proceedings of impeachment and the conviction are not going to get over in 1 month. So what is going to happen next? This was some sort of, I would say, a legal conundrum in front of the entire Senate and in front of US judiciary also, although the case did not go to judiciary, but still. So this time around, what was Trump charged on? In general, if you talk about impeachment of United States president, a sitting president can be charged for high crime or misdemeanor. Now, in general, and this has been left for interpretation. The Congress, the United States Congress, they charged Trump with inciting violence against the United States government. So some sort of insurrection was planned that is alleged against Trump. So you can see here there was a US Capitol Hill violence in the first week of January 2021. Now, based on that, charges were initiated. What exactly happened in the case, we'll know. But before that, we need to understand the meaning of this term impeachment. Now, this impeachment term is not similar to what we have in Indian Constitution. In Indian Constitution, we have the impeachment of the president, where if the proceeding is passed by both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, then the president will be removed. But in United States politics, impeachment does not refer to removal of president from the office. Please remember that impeachment is the first process. So impeachment, it's not about removal. It's mainly about indictment to some sort of criminal case. Now, impeachment is the first process. We'll understand the entire process. So the impeachment powers under Article 1 of US Constitution have been given solely to House of Representatives. That means the president can be impeached in the House of Representatives only. And once the impeachment is over, then the case moves on to Senate, where the Senate has the sole power to remove the president. That means to charge them, to put president on trial and eventually charge, and if proved, then the president can be removed, right? Remember, none of this has happened in US history also. No president has been convicted, right? So this was very interesting. Let's understand the process. As I mentioned, in the House of Representatives, the process of impeachment starts. And if impeachment proceedings are passed by a simple majority, that means 50% plus 1 votes in the lower house, that is House of Representatives in the US Congress, then the president will be impeached. Now, this happened twice. I told you in December 2019 also proceedings against Trump started, and there was majority of Democrats in the lower house, so he was impeached. Again, in 2021 also he was impeached in the lower house. But what happens in Senate? Now, Senate has the ultimate power to remove. That means to ensure that the trial takes place, there is a due hearing, there is a representation given to president also. So the case is heard. It is some sort of a quasi-judicial process in the Senate. And eventually, if a resolution is passed by 2/3 vote in the Senate, please remember 2/3 vote, 2/3 majority is needed here to convict and to remove a president. Now, it is because of this that the conviction did not stand this time also, because this time it was very, very interesting that the Senate did pass a resolution by a simple majority for a trial, right? So let's talk about what exactly happened in the second trial, because second trial was very, very interesting. As I mentioned, as expected, the House of Representatives did impeach Trump when the impeachment proceedings began, and this was quite understandable by a decent margin, because you need a simple majority here, right? So because of the simple majority, it was quite easily passed. But when it went to Senate, in the Senate, a due hearing is provided. So a few things happened here where Trump's lawyers, when I say Trump argued, Trump's lawyers argued, they argued that under Article 1, the impeachment proceeding does not apply to a president who has left his office, because Trump left his office after January 20. That was not heard, and ultimately the Senate did acquit him by a vote of 57-43. Please remember, when I say acquit, remember here 57 votes held that he was guilty. And the US Senate, it consists of 100 members, and a majority of 51 is required for a simple majority resolution to be passed. He was held guilty by 57 members, 43 members held not guilty. So this was not 2/3 of the majority. Why this happened? Because many Republicans like Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, Richard Burr of North Carolina, Susan Collins of Maine, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Mitt Romney from Utah, and Ben Sasse from Nebraska, and also Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania, despite being Republicans, they voted against Donald Trump. They said that Trump was guilty of the charges. But despite this, he was not convicted. Now, this is quite understandable. But this did leave some big questions in the US legal history. Let's talk about those questions and understand further here. When I say the Senate did pass by a simple majority here, because 50 plus 1 vote, technically 51 votes are needed for simple majority, but that simple majority was not enough to convict Trump. But that was enough for one thing. Let's talk about that. What was that enough for? The first thing, or the first question I would say, is that a president, a former president, I would say, because Trump did leave his office after January 20, so he was not a sitting president. So can a former president be subjected to impeachment trial? Now, this was a question which was open before us, and Trump's lawyers did argue that under Article 1, this was not allowed. The Senate did not have a power to impeach a former president. The Senate did have a power to convict or impeach the sitting president. This was the argument from Trump's side. But what the Senate did, the Senate first passed a resolution through a simple majority that Trump can be put on trial. And in this particular vote, 56 members of the Senate voted that we shall proceed with the trial. This argument was not accepted, and they said that the trial is going to take place. So through a simple majority resolution, they did say that the trial will take place. So one question has been answered, that the former presidents can also be put for trial and up for conviction in the Senate. But another big question comes up, that the Senate decision that this time has been taken, that a former president, that means a president after leaving his office, can be subjected to conviction trial. Is it a precedent in future also? Many legal experts say that it cannot be a precedent, and it is purely up to the future Senate that they want to go with the conviction trial or not. This was one of a kind case in United States history, and it may not be a precedent for the upcoming Senates going into future. So this is still an unanswered question. The second question is, does an impeachable offense need to be a violation of criminal law, right? Because Article 1 of the Constitution says that sitting president can be impeached for what? For high crimes and misdemeanor. Now, reading into this, going into the technicality, Trump's lawyers again argued that what Trump did or whatever Trump is accused of, that was not an impeachable offense against any sort of criminal law. Under US laws, it cannot be charged as a crime basically. So this is a question which was up for discussion, and the Senate did decide no, it's quite possible. But a big question still remains in front of us regarding the US politics and US impeachment process is the impeachment purely up to the Senate, or can it go to courts? Because if we look at Trump's arguments here, he says that this was not an impeachable offense because an impeachable offense should be liable for charging under the US laws. So is it up to the courts to decide, or is it up to the Senate? Many legal experts do highlight that going into future also, it might be only the Senate, because there have been many cases and the case precedents where one of the high courts from United States, it highlighted that the impeachment process is a judicial process which is followed by the Senate and court should not be involved in it. That is why the case has never gone to the US Supreme Court or US Federal Court also, or else more clarity would have come on this. But this question still remains open. And the final question is that what is the use of this impeachment? Because if you look at the impeachment process, I told you that Donald Trump himself was impeached twice, once in 2019, once in 2021. So what is the use of this impeachment at all? Overall, in the United States history, 3 presidents have been impeached, and out of those 3, first was Andrew Johnson in 1868, Bill Clinton in 1998, and both of them were also not convicted by the Senate. It is quite understandable because for a conviction in Senate, one needs a 2/3 majority. That means approximately 67 votes are needed to impeach the president in the Senate, which is quite understandable, or I would say which is quite impossible considering the presidentship and their control over the Senate in general. But again, hypothetically, it is possible, but still, garnering 67 votes is a huge problem. So we can ask a question that there have been many impeachment proceedings before, but none of them have led to convictions eventually. So what is the use of this impeachment? Right? This question can be raised. Can we just remove this impeachment process from United States Constitution? There is no use of this, etc., etc. But in general, we can answer this to a certain extent that although impeachment mechanism would not eventually lead to conviction, quite understandable from the previous cases, but impeachment does put a question mark over the presidency of the candidate, right? Meaning, we did question Trump's policies in 2019 during his impeachment. We again questioned Trump's policies in 2021 also when he was being impeached. So it puts a huge question marks, and that actually makes the president more accountable towards people. So the impeachment process, it is highlighted, it is given a lot of media coverage, etc. So to a certain extent, I would say this is quite fine. But still, this remains a question because no president after being impeached has been convicted ever. So this question can be asked again. So this is it. Trump's trial, which has been very interesting, it has left these questions unanswered, and perhaps we will know in future if, say, Joe Biden at the end of his tenure is charged with misdemeanor, or some future president at the end of the tenure is charged with misdemeanor or criminal charges, etc., etc. So more clarity will come, but till now, no case has gone to Supreme Court, so the Federal Court or the Supreme Court of US has also not been involved. That is it from my side on this part of discussion. Thank you for watching. Please stay safe during the pandemic.